The great saintly sage Maitreya told Vidur, "My dear Vidur, King Prthu lived in the tract of land between the two great rivers Ganges and Yamuna. Because he was very opulent, it appeared that he was enjoying his destined fortune in order to diminish the results of his past pious activities. The terms pious and impious are applicable only in reference to the activities of an ordinary living being. But Maharaj Prthu was a directly empowered incarnation of Lord Vishnu. Therefore, he was not subject to the reactions of pious or impious activities. As we have already explained previously, when a living being is specifically empowered by the Supreme Lord to act for a particular purpose, he is called a Shaktyavesha Avatara. Prthu Maharaj was not only a Shaktyavesha Avatara, but also a great devotee. A devotee is not subjected to the reactions resulting from past deeds. In the Brahm Samhita it is said, Karmani nirdahati kintu cha bhakti bhajam. For devotees, the results of past pious and impious activities are nullified by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The words Arabdhan Eva mean as if achieved by past deeds, but in the case of Prthu Maharaj there was no question of reaction to past deeds, and thus the word Eva is used here to indicate comparison to ordinary persons. In Bhagavad Gita the Lord says, Avajananti mam mutha. This means that sometimes people misunderstand an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead to be an ordinary man. The Supreme Godhead, his incarnations or his devotees may pose themselves as ordinary men, but they are never to be considered as such. Nor should an ordinary man not supported by authorized statements of the Shastras and Acharyas be accepted as an incarnation or devotee. By the evidence of Shastra, Sanatan Goswami detected Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to be a direct incarnation of Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, although Lord Chaitanya never disclosed the fact. It is therefore generally recommended that the Acharya, or Guru, should not be accepted as an ordinary man.